Hi everybody, it's Megan Turner, LCSW with Project Thrive CT. I'm coming at you today with our week number 1 vlog. It's called Being True to Ourselves, an Emotional Check-In. I think it's really important that we take the time to bring our emotions to the forefront. So I'm officially giving you guys permission to experience your emotions, to acknowledge them, to no longer suppress them or hide behind our daily to-do lists. I think that's something that we're all really guilty of at times, is we kind of just want to push through. We want to bury our heads in the sand. We don't want to acknowledge what we're feeling because we fear that it's going to prevent us from our daily to-dos. I don't want to do that. I want us to sit here and pull the layers back. I want us to feel. I want us to acknowledge what we're feeling. I think it's really important that we do this by asking ourselves some basic questions. What are we feeling today? What have we succeeded at? What are we feeling overwhelmed by? What did we maybe try and get frustrated with? I think for me personally, I'm having a good day. I feel motivated. I feel energetic. But that's very different from what I was feeling yesterday. Yesterday, I felt sad. I felt angry. I felt like, why is this all happening? How come I can't see or do the things that I used to love? I think I am seeing the sadness and the depression kind of kick in people around me, and I feel like everybody's just trying to put on a brave face. I feel like we've all kind of gone into that basic instinct of fight, flight, or freeze, and I think we're all freezing our emotions. I really want to encourage us to no longer do that. I want us to be true to ourselves in a way that's being open and honest with ourselves. And that's exploring our emotions. That can be terrifying. People don't want to talk about their emotions. That makes them vulnerable. We need to be vulnerable in order to adapt and in order to be resilient. We need to know what we're feeling so we can problem solve. We can challenge maybe our negative self-talk or our negative thoughts to think in a more realistic way. We need to say, hi, my name is so-and-so, and this is what I'm feeling today. Good, bad, or indifferent. I think we all get kind of afraid to talk about our emotions out loud. So I really want to set up a way that you feel safe and empowered when talking about your emotions, rather than saying them out loud and being fearful of judgment or feeling unvalidated by others. I want you guys to know that your emotions, no matter what they are true to you and they are valid. Please do not let anybody talk you out of your emotions in a way that makes you feel like what I'm saying doesn't mean anything or what I'm saying isn't of value. Because you are the only one that experiences your emotions, and what you feel is always of value. So I think a constructive way which we can explore our own emotions and still be in our kind of protected bubble is through journaling. I know a lot of people are like, journaling, I don't know about that, because it does feel forced at times. I just think it's a good way of being open and raw with yourself, and it doesn't put you out there. You can contain it. It's only for your eyes. You can go as deep with it as you want, or you can stay as surface as you want. But I would encourage you to do some deep self-exploration of your feelings in order to really figure out, how can I be resilient through this? What do I need to challenge and focus on to overcome? Or to be at my most emotional best self I can be. I think if we do journaling, it's really important to be intentional and mindful about when and how we're journaling. I think sometimes we do feel overwhelmed by the kind of open-ended question of how am I feeling? Well, I don't know. What do you mean by that? I think we can really break it down for you, and I'd like to do that now. So I think we start with the first question. How am I feeling today? We write it down. Then we go to the next step. With my feelings, are there any thoughts accompanied with it? And if there are they realistic thoughts? Or is my brain trying to trick me into being doom and gloom again? Is my brain trying to trick me to get stuck in this chaos that I'm feeling. If you feel like they're unrealistic, if you feel like it's you kind of talking yourselves into this negative cycle, then let's challenge them. How can I think more realistically? If my friend were to say this to me, what advice would I give them? Let's really try to pull ourselves out of the doom and gloom and focus on either something that's maybe more optimistic, maybe something that's just more realistic. So yeah, today I had a bad day, but that doesn't mean every day needs to be bad, like my mind is telling me. It just means today was tough, and tomorrow I can attempt to make it better. I think we can also always look for things that we're experiencing gratitude for or happiness around. I think we tend to throw those things to the back of our mind because we rather stay stuck. It's easier that way. It's easier than doing this self-exploration of our feelings that I'm encouraging you to do right now. So let's talk about those. What am I grateful for? What good did happen today amongst maybe the negativity or the anger or the grief that I felt today? Trying to find some piece of good. I think if we're able to do those things and we're able to do them on a consistent basis, we can really see the spectrum of emotions which we've been dancing with this whole time. How have we been navigating it? What have we been doing successfully? What can we kind of adapt and change, again, to make ourselves the most resilient being we can be, and the most emotional, honest, and stable person we can be throughout this, because I know it's sending us all for a loop. I also think it's really, really important that we affirm ourselves. Not only with the journaling, not only saying that our feelings are valid, but we do some positive self-talk and use some positive affirmations that we can remind ourselves of this on a daily basis. Because when we leave it to our mind to do it on itself, it can get a little shady there, because sometimes our mind rather stay stuck. We'd rather stay in freeze mode. So if we say things out loud, we can bring them to fruition. So say, I will have a good day today. I will do my best not to compare myself to others. My feelings are valid and true. I am strong. I am resilient. I can overcome this if I choose to. I think if we do that for ourselves, we are engaging in the number one form of self-care, and that is validating, accepting, normalizing our feelings so that we feel worthy and not less than. I think that's a really good lead-in, because next week we are going to focus on the continuation of self-care and really diving into some things that you can do on a daily basis other than journaling or positive affirmations to really make yourself a priority. And to do the journaling and to do the affirmations, you do need to make it a priority. That means being mindful and intentional. That means scheduling time in your daily routine to sit down and be open with ourselves. We need to do a self-check-in on a daily basis. And I'm hoping that the journaling prompts I gave you examples of, or the positive affirmations, will open the door for you to do those daily check-ins with yourself. I think if maybe you don't even know where to start, that you don't know what you're feeling, that you feel lost in the chaos, I would encourage you to do a 2 to 3 minute stream of consciousness. Just sit down with a pen and paper and see what comes out. Maybe then you can kind of identify some key words or key points that you made and start pulling those layers back. I really think together we all have the power to take back control of our emotions, of our lives. We just have to choose to. And I know that during this time of chaos, it's very hard to choose ourselves, but I will continue to encourage you to choose yourself, because you cannot be emotionally or physically available to other people unless you choose you. And by the things that you're exploring, by the skills that you're learning, you can pass those on to others and you can see them flourish as well. That is our goal. We want you all to thrive, and we're hoping that these few tricks of the trade will help you do that. I'm looking forward to seeing you all next week when we do talk about self-care. We're going to try to post the affirmations and the journaling prompts either below or on our website at projectdrivect.com. So if you can go there, you guys can have access to all this material. I hope that you enjoyed the vlog. I look forward to seeing you next week, and I hope you all have a great week ahead.